In a world where it seems increasingly difficult to find peace and serenity, there is a message that shines like a light of hope. Mary, the Heavenly Mother, continues to speak to the heart of humanity, inviting each of us to stop, reflect, and return to the purity of love. Today, I want to share with you a profound revelation, a message that shakes us to our foundations, bringing an urgent invitation to open our hearts and welcome the divine will. But before getting to the heart of the matter, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the heavenly messages and signs of hope that illuminate our spiritual path. The message that Mary addresses to us today cannot be ignored. She warns us that the will of God, like a flowing river, is encountering obstacles in its fulfillment. These obstacles are created by our inability to listen with humility, by our pride, and by the superficiality with which we approach divine truths. Why, Mary asks us, do men fail to hear the voice of heaven? The answer is clear: humility is lacking, the ability to put aside our intellect and welcome the revelations of heaven with a pure heart. This is a call for each of us. How many times do we find ourselves doubting the greatness of God, questioning the miracles He has accomplished through the life of Jesus, His purity, and His infinite love? It is pride that blinds us, a subtle poison that fuels confusion and distances us from the truth. Mary, with her immaculate heart, invites us to strip ourselves of this burden, to embrace the divine word with confidence and to allow it to illuminate our path. But Mary's call goes beyond our personal life. He calls us to act with love within our families, to keep alive the flame of affection and mutual respect. Let us look around. How much love is missing in homes today? Hearts have hardened, relationships have been rationalized to the point of losing the true meaning of family, which was created to be the reflection of divine love. And this is exactly what Satan wants to destroy. He constantly tries to infiltrate families, to weaken the bond that unites husband and wife, parents and children. And when love disappears, evil finds fertile ground to spread its influence. Mary urges us to resist. The family is sacred, and we must protect it with all our strength. We must not hide love, we must cultivate it, make it grow, because it is love that makes a family strong. And it is through love that we can transmit to our children the true meaning of life, faith, and hope. Every gesture of affection, every kind word is a testimony of God's love that flows through us. But Mary also warns us of the challenges that are to come. The earth trembles, not only because of the conflicts that are devastating the world, but also because of the prayers and supplications of young people who find themselves trapped in a society that seems to have forgotten God. The reign of evil is spreading, and with it moral disorder, lack of love, and indifference. But all is not lost. There is a way of salvation, and it passes through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, who invites us to pray, to seek reconciliation, to renew our faith. At this point in the video, I invite you to reflect on what has been said so far and to leave a like if you believe that love is the key to overcoming these difficulties. Comment with your prayer, a thought, or a sign of hope. We are all part of this great family of faith, and every gesture counts. In this crucial moment, when the world seems to be enveloped in a growing darkness, it is essential to remember that hope is not lost. The message of the Virgin Mary calls us with an unstoppable force to awaken our hearts, to return to what really matters. We cannot remain silent, we can no longer afford to live in indifference. Mary asks us to be instruments of love and peace, precisely at a time when evil seeks to overwhelm us. But let us not forget that the triumph has already been promised. The Immaculate Heart of Mary will win, and we are called to be part of this divine victory. Every gesture of prayer, every act of goodness and mercy is a step toward that light that awaits us. Are you ready to accept this invitation? Are you ready to be part of this mission of love and redemption? Time is running out. It is not just a personal question. It is a question that concerns all of humanity. Mary's words resonate strongly, and her maternal love guides us towards a future that can be full of light if only we welcome her message. We are all called to pray without ceasing, to strengthen our faith and to preserve love in our families, because that is where the real battle against evil begins. If you believe in this, share this video with those who need a word of comfort and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future messages. Mary's message ends with a promise: her immaculate heart will triumph. Trinitarian love will reign on earth, and all those who have kept the flame of love alight will witness a new era of peace and abundance. The earth will flow with milk and honey, and the children of the Holy Trinity will reflect divine light in the world. But for this to happen, we must be ready. We must prepare our hearts, strengthen our faith, and not allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by evil. This is a message of hope, but also of responsibility. Each of us is a challenge to Satan, the Lord of Lies. He will do everything to extinguish the light of love in our lives, to make us doubt, to divide us. But we have the strength of prayer, the protection of the Virgin Mary, and the love of Jesus Christ. We are not alone in this battle. The angel of peace will be at our side. He will guide us and protect us. Remember, love is the key to everything. Even when it seems that everything is falling apart, even when we feel alone, we must keep the flame of love alive in our hearts. This is the path that will lead us to peace, happiness, and, ultimately, to the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Never stop believing, loving, praying. This is the time of conversion, and each of us has a role to play in the divine plan.